Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
What's your take on Trump saying smart people don't like him? Yet another hilarious way Trump is showing how little he thinks of his own supporters. Trump was a Democrat until Obama. Then he realized his best chance at a presidency was cashing in on a bunch of uneducated racist clowns in the South. He insults them in private and public. I honestly don't believe he ever envisioned actually winning the presidency. I think it was a campaign grift from the get-go. Basically hit the lottery. I think more information will come out regarding his 2024 win over time because a lot still doesn't add up. That aside, the only reason he ran at all was because the alternative was, eventually, prison. There were so many enabling moments between now and 2016, 2012. That just kept this shit train moving. Hold on. He actually said this. That's hilarious on so many levels. He's also in the Epstein files. Here are all of the Epstein files that have either been leaked or released. https://josh.net/epsteinlist/gov.usecourts.nist.447706.1320.0 combined.pdf verified court documents https://josh.net/epsteinlist/black-book-unredacted.pdf verified pre-Bondi. Trump is on page 85 or PDF PG 80. Trump's name is circled. The circled individuals are the ones involved in the trafficking ring according to the person who originally released the book. These people would be, the list, here is the story. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=sick-or-cac. Here's the flight logs. https://www.document-cloud.org/documents/211654244-epstein-flight-logs-release-in-user-vs/Maxwell/ other Epstein information https://cdn.factcheck.org/uploaded files/Johnson_Trump Epstein_Caliph_lawsuit.pdf. Here's a court doc of Epstein and Trump raping a 13-year-old together. Some people think this claim is a hoax. Here is Katie's testimony on YouTube, https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=gnib-oro. Epstein pleads the fifth when asked if he has ever socialized with underage girls in the presence of Trump. https://youtube.be/ymrc_year28?c=07yeb-8eb5g. Epstein docs, https://year600705.us.archive.org/21/items/Epstein docs/. Epstein bribes, payments, 1 billion plus https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=c7array-ybzs. Other Trump information, FBI cover-up to remove Trump's name from the Epstein list https://www.mueller-she-wrote.com/p/the-epstein-cover-up-at-the-fb. Trump admitting to peeping on 14 to 15-year-old girls at around 1:40 on the Howard Stern radio show, https://youtube.be/ifaql_qi?c=vbs75kxbjjjthka. Trump's promise to his daughter, https://www.huffpost.com/entry/Donald-Trump-Ivanka-Trump-dating-promise_n_N_score5270E98CB4B024852D2E02. I have a deal with her. She's 17 and doing great, Ivanka. She made me promise, swear to her that I would never date a girl younger than her. Trump rapes 13-year-old girl, NY court docs, https://www.court-listener.com/docket/4524664/do-docs.nist.4634322/gov.usecourts.nist.4634322/gov.usecourts.nist.4634322.4.0 Trump's modeling agency was probably part of Jeffrey's pipeline, https://www.motherjones.com/politics/2016/08/Donald-Trump-model-management-illegal-immigration/. Trump Epstein timeline, https://we-have-been-gaslit-about-Donald-Trump-and-Jeffrey-Epstein-for-4-years-after-6070-20f-75. Most of this info can also be found, https://theepsteindocs.com/. Feel free to do your part and spread this info around so it's never lost or deleted. Sometimes he does tell the truth. It is rare, but it happens. I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and I wouldn't lose any voters. His biggest truth. There is no wrong he could do that a catchy propaganda phrase wouldn't fix. It's all part of the anti-intellectualist, anti-elitist messaging that's been central to the MAGA movement. Basically the message is that it's been all those coastal, college-educated, liberal, intellectual elites that are the cause of your woes. A part of the so-called culture wars. Thank you. All of these mocking comments are completely missing the point. Calling people smart in this context doesn't mean intellectually superior. It means pretentious, elitist liberals with made-up degrees who wouldn't get by without hard work and common sense having average Joes to do all the real jobs. The MAGAs I have known love being called stupid by liberals. It reinforces the idea that they are hated, allowing them to play the victim card. You'd win more elections if you reached across the aisle instead of calling your opponent stupid. B. They can always flip the script and call liberals the real stupid ones. You might know all these $5 college words, but you don't even know how to fix a wobbly sway bar or replace your chimney flashing. I have life skills that you don't, so you must not be as smart as me, therefore I can discount any sociological, historical, or political insights you gained with your fancy education. Quote, 100%. Every MAGA I know is fueled by, do you think you're better than me? Except they would spell it, then. He did say he loves the uneducated. He should love them, he should feel compassion for all Americans as a bare minimum for being president. The problem is that he preys on them and weaponizes them. It makes sense. MAGA aren't smart people. I've only met 1 or 2 MAGA enthusiasts in my time and they're dumb as all fuck. How dumb? I live in Australia and so do they. How dumb? I live in Australia and so do they. The MAGAs in Australia blend in with the cookers. I have an uncle who has fallen deep into that hole and it saddens me to no end. He is an immigrant, at the age of 2, born to immigrant parents, and yet he posts all this nonsense about how immigrants are a threat to Australia. He posts about how we are failing as a country because we no longer do the Pledge of Allegiance and have our hand over our heart listening to the national anthem in schools every morning, yet this was never a thing in Australia. We have the national anthem during assemblies and we sing it, but nothing about having a hand over the heart though. He posted about how quarantine lockdowns were a violation of our First Amendment rights. Our First Amendment is actually about the right of the federal government to take over state debts rather than anything about free speech. Yeah, we have problems here in Australia, but all that cooker, MAGA nonsense is more part of the problem rather than being part of the solution. He's admitting that it's foolish to like someone as depraved and crooked as him. I'm shocked he said it actually flushed. Well, he is irrevocably stupid. His mind is also increasingly cooked. I expect even better bangers in the next couple of years. He's directly insulting his supporters and, well, he hates the people who vote for him. Yep, and they'll still defend him anyways even if he directly called them all uneducated and basically stupid. Oh wait. You'd think his followers would see this as an insult. Nope. Of course not. Flies right over their heads, LMAO. I think it's more smart equals educated equals woke liberals. Dumb people hate smart people. Makes them look dumb. Maybe that's why dumb people like Trump. It is, actually. This was researched after his first election win. His base is dominated by low information voters. Cue his supporters cheering for stuff like that for some reason. They're proudly uneducated. Yes, but have you considered that losing your democracy and your livelihood is worth owning the libs? Wait chat, is this real? Smart people are well aware of this. That because smart people have a fully functional brain to think and understand things. Dumb followers he's got who get nothing but provoked by his stupid agenda. Him saying it out loud is another sign of dementia. I have a friend whose husband is MAGA and she is a Democrat, although she is slowing heading to the right, who will preface everything with, intelligent Trump supporters. I'm like, babe, there is no such thing as an intelligent Trump supporter. If Trump voters could read, this would be devastating for them. It isn't that smart people don't like him, decent people don't like him. It's both. Finally, Trump has finally said something that is both true and correct. He's not wrong. Even a broken watch is right twice a day. It's the smartest thing I've ever heard him say. Because Trump saying that is an indicator that he's an idiot and more intelligent humans avoid people like that. The first honest thing he's ever said. He's said several. I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? Quote. I mean, he's right. Smart people understand him and they understand history. He is bad for the country and everyone in it. Of course the people that understand him don't like him. People that understand that fire burns, you know that putting your hand in the fire is bad. He's like a toxic boyfriend, will belittle his partner because he knows they're delusional enough to stick around no matter what. That line cracks me up. Only Trump could spin "smart people don't like me" into something he thinks is flattering. It's almost like he's trying to own it before anyone else can. But if you think about it, it's also a bit of a flex. He's basically saying that the elites, the so-called intellectual crowd, they don't get him. But the regular folks do. And that plays right into his brand, him being the outsider, the guy who's not part of the polished, academic scene. That may be one of the most accurate things he's ever said in his life. He's absolutely right. Now, release the Epstein files. The only smart people that like him are the manipulators that hang around him like Grima Wormtongue.